Hi, and welcome to episode 33 of ForgeFire Archives. These are my wonderful players who've been pushing many buttons these last few minutes.
Including yours?
Yes, as always.
Bombocat!
So, we're gonna have a mite bit of a tardiness thing happening today because the armored rat is going to be a little late. He's let me know beforehand. Bill has disappeared into the ether, which worries me. Um, let's see here. Who we have here who's actually in the game? Let's see. We've got Martyr Wick, played by our wonderful
Yeah.
Connor.
Good. You Pride Month was coming up. Good job.
It was a month ago, and some change.
Mason, playing the lovely Snake Man, U-Haul, the trucking company.
It's actually U-Haul, thank you.
Yeah, gotta be distinct. Oh, a sneak rat just snuck in. Played by Shane, who's also part plague rat today.
Correct.
Yeah, look at him there. Temporarily because she seems to like being an actor or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Liv playing Arania today. For now.
I get to be in a show where Dolly Parton is in a video on stage.
Working.
Anyway. We've been abusing her with the new unfortunate Discord soundboard. It was a mistake. They never should have given anyone this amount of power. Much less me. So we'll be proceeding along schedule as usual. As a brief reminder about what happened last session. The party, finding themselves at a border, were hired by a nondescript flaming wick skeleton called Fractal. No relation to other games on this YouTube channel.
Played have any likeness is pure coincidence and represent no real key.
Who hired the party successfully and began traveling alongside them with the promise of pretty much piggybacking off the party and using his money to get to across the continents in order to save Canada, among other things. Along the trip, they came across a weird cloud thing made of, let's call it non-magic or unidentifiable magic. It was very fucky. It had a whole bunch of magic, all of them in fact. It was also looked like it was meant to cotton candy, and then it floated away. Immediately following that, not much happened really. Just they set up camp, had a lovely bonfire talk, everything. Oh, right, of course. And Martyr, having been the let's say promiscuous lad he is, having fucked around and found it on multiple occasions, I decided he needed to find it again because it's been a little while, and had just a little bit of a nightmare where he talked to his former boss, who he allowed to have another stake in his soul. Because again, aforementioned fuck around, find out stick, and it was there that found out that maybe going full hog on a newly minted, like, nascent relic with some god juice might not have been as perfect a plan as he thought. As a small crack had formed in his sword that houses the energy of several high class supernatural beings.
Fuck, I accidentally closed my tab.
He's dead. He's gone. Throw it on the trash can. Horizontal rotating Zorgish. And he had a bad time, a really bad time in this stream because I co-opted my players to talk for their roles, and it caused some pain. Now, that being said, the following morning, having left him more mind broken than most hentai,
Whoa.
the party is somewhat the party is somewhat comforting him, and we will roll on into the scene now, as
I mean-
Liv doesn't have a lot of it.
Yeah, they already had comforted him.
Yes, the
First
following
day at
morning.
breakfast.
The following morning at breakfast, where he's probably still has a safety blanket around him.
Like, yeah. Well,
Be-
his
be- be-
wings kind of form it.
Yeah, but being his wings. So here we go.
I don't know if we carry a fucking tarp. 'Cause,
Well, we need some to carry all the else.
well,
All right. I will now find some music.
I'm
Shit.
gonna go ahead and warn you. If my character is near catatonic, somebody else is gonna have to start off the role play.
I will. You guys do that while I will find music as our usual DJ is also somewhat catatonic. Arani, you find yourself next to Martyr in the morning by the fire, making morning coffee.
He's still mostly catatonic, you said?
Yes.
Martyr is like he's got a large covering, like a shawl over him, and it's just kind of like big guy, little bowl of slop or whatever we're eating, and just taking little bites, spending long periods just dissociated. You would think it initially looks like somebody deep in thought, but having known Martyr, you know there's no chance in hell he's thinking. Boom.
Carter, if we needed someone to sulk around like that, we would have looked for Canderous.
What did you say?
Maybe say it again?
What did you say?
It's not important.
Okay.
Why are you being all depressing?
Hmm?
Usually you're loud and annoying.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of it was a very bad dream.
Do you want to talk about it?
Takes a big spoonful of whatever he's eating.
It might help.
You find yourself served a literal green egg omelet.
Where's the hair?
Air ham.
Mortissimo looks down at you with one red eye. Having
Had to have known. Had to.
I did,
Okay.
but Mortissimo doesn't.
I do not like this.
Mortissimo pulls out a Glock, points at the egg. The omelet.
I do not like green eggs. Where's the ham?
Clack, 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 clack. No.
Bop, bop, bop.
Anyway.
I mean, it might help to just talk about it. Then
Yeah.
you know that I don't know, it just sometimes it can solidify that it was a dream.
It was more than a dream. It was Hybris starting to break free. And even though I imagine we're a bit of at a picnic table when people have their things, Martyr will summon Trinity Edge and just drop it long ways onto the table, and like everybody's plates will bounce at the weight of a fucking as Whitehander hitting the table.
Mm-hmm.
Look. He points to the crack on the eye of the crossguard. We have to hurry and make it to Vikesh so I can
We will.
speak with
You look
Connor's brain's blanking. What the fuck is my angel's name?
Hollis.
It's Hollis, thank you. I can only think of Silas. I knew it wasn't that one.
And you notice you look down and you see the crack. Like last night, you notice that little blends, almost like surgery staples, of a little gray energy is reaching across the crack.
I need to reinforce whatever I've made here. And I don't know how to do soul magic. I just cobbled things together and I ended up with this sword. I don't know what I'm doing, but Hollis should be smart enough to interact with these soul things and show me how to trap them.
And we'll get you to him. You're not alone in this.
What's this about soul issues? As you see, Fractal walking out of the kitchen.
Did he hear soul stuff and he just started to creep around the door going, "Did something
Well,
say-"
from what I described of the tower, there is the bottom is like a living room, and kind of by it is a weird kitchenette area, where Fractal was kind of blocked off, but he could still hear. Fractal rounds on the corner, wearing an apron and a fancy cook hat. It says
Kiss the chef.
it says raise the chef. Yes.
Raise the chef.
Oh, goodness.
You appear to
We have no bards.
Oh.
That U-Haul's been a
Smacks
bard
lips.
this whole time?
Time bard.
Martyr, maybe he could help.
You know how to do soul magic stuff?
I'm something of a local expert on the subject.
I gesture my hand to the Zweihander that's hanging off the table. You want to take a look?
One, that's for this table is for eating, not dissecting. Trust me, I have them labeled. Take that off.
I grab the handle and it just slinks back into me.
Soulbound.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Hold on a second.
After, yes.
It's quite eager for you to call yourself a local professional or expert when you just came from an exploding universe.
Local is wherever the fuck I plan on standing at any point or the other. So, yeah. I
What the word means?
No, but it's how I perceive it at this moment. So I challenge anyone within a 100-mile radius to countermand me on being a expert on dead magics.
I mean, I feel like semantics aren't really the most important thing right now.
All right, well let me get that in the brass tacks. You seem like you're having a bad time, friend. And you all saw Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, if Fractal eats the eggs like that,
Like Calcifer.
yes. Yes.
Here's another curse. May all your bacon burn.
I'll post the scene later.
You've all seen it. Has not seen it.
Oh, buddy, it's a masterpiece.
I've heard.
So, you were saying about issues. Why don't you tell me about it? It might help me with that, whatever
Well,
that is.
started when I was a child.
Fast forward to now.
Don't care about that. Let's get to the interesting part.
Right, I'll skip over turning into a demon. Soul powered sword on Fritz. There you go.
I see.
Gives a thumbs up, feeling confident that he summarized everything that's going on with him.
It was started going on Fritz after he had a vision dream from Hybris last night.
Fuck's the Hybris again?
God,
Oh, spook.
evil god of war and blood,
Oh,
conqueror of the 7 realms.
All right,
Oh
maybe
my.
don't give him all his titles.
Okay, it's Hybris then.
I see.
I don't
If
think
it
he
is a
deserves it.
dream, my master did look into the subject one time, and often dreams can be about your suppressed feelings, or they could prepare you for some event that might transpire in your actual life. And dreams are not something to dwell on.
God, I hope not.
But
It's either
if
that
it's
or it
something
is.
that could prepare us, then we need to know what you saw.
Well,
If it wasn't a dream, if it was a vision, then maybe he was sending a message.
yeah, and
He's trying to intimidate and scare me.
yeah, and I knew a guy who did a lot of soul searching.
I feel like that is supposed to be some sort of joke.
Don't worry about it. Looks avoidable.
But who are you looking at? There's nothing there.
I was looking. Oh,
Is the wall alive?
yeah. You see, there is in fact a shadow on the wall.
With a spy.
Gives you a thumbs up. Mishka is a little shy, and the shadow will slither away.
Fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
Fire looks deeply horrified. A very specific reference. You know the bit in Ant-Man 2 where they keep like murmuring about Baba Yaga? It's
Baby
Martyr
Yaga.
doing that, but it's just the Hybriid possession core.
No, it's not the Hybrian possession. He doesn't even know who Hybris is. It's not the Hybrian possession.
You know that.
That's what a deep undercover agent would want you to think.
No, that is my daughter, Mishka. Or Misha, but
Your lines are crossing.
a little white bear pops in and out of existence.
So, what can you do, Doc? Where's this sword examining table?
Oh, my operating table. That's at the top of the tower.
Okay. Start walking.
Maybe not go up the right now. I think. My assistant hasn't finished cleaning.
Okay.
Fractal
Back down.
Fractal looks up to toward the ladder. There are 4 floors to the Sourman, and it's at the top. And that one's what the usual. It's just like pull up ladder. I yell up, Marcos, are you done? Oh right, mouth. Fuck.
Does he go up?
Yeah, Fractal begins climbing. I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. See if we can scrounge up any information for me to use on this.
Martyr,
Here.
do you think that Hybris was sending a message in that dream of what you saw specifically? If it might be important?
He was trying to scare me and make me feel weak, as usual, by showing me images of you all being flayed and burned alive.
Anything else?
He didn't succeed. I mean, he showed me my old fellow squadron members. Tried to make me angry and scared. And I mean, he did, but not in the way he wanted.
Well, gods have this little knack at talking shit all the time. So,
How are you feeling?
He looks at you. I have some planning to do. Because it occurred to me that I have a weapon and a tool to keep myself safe from Hybris, but none of you do. And he'll happily gut all of you, especially Sippy, the deserter, or as a way to get at me.
Don't shut us out. Please.
Of course.
All of us are
First
stronger
off,
together.
I I'm disgusted with the fact that you think being a god is going to make him have an advantage over me.
Careful your
Definitely not.
Careful your Kaga is sticking through. The wash showing through.
Proximity. It's spreading almost like spores.
The Horned One holds no precedence over me, even though he's cursed the entire race of Skaven. Well, I'd like to think, at least. So I doubt Hybris could do anything special than chase me around.
By the Horned One? And that back in... Weren't you about to be pulled into a rift with them?
Not pulled. It's more of mind jumbling.
I mean, that still feels like power over you. Maybe I don't understand what happened.
Imagine... Maybe this won't work on you. Everyone else, imagine if Martyr was given a scholarly text and forced to read it. That's basically what happened.
He already looks worried, even just at the mention of it. You're not gonna, right?
No.
Good.
If I entrust you to read anything, scholarly or not, then we're already fucked. But either way, I basically had to... I had to listen and perceive to get rid of it.
Very strong form of confusion.
More of a compulsion. It's not much similar, not much different than the magic that Zippy uses. Although it's not from commands.
Oh, that's what a compulsion is. Just okay.
I had shut him out for most of the fight, but
Here we go.
granted all of the mayhem, couldn't keep it in tow all the time.
There we go. Screen's done. I have made such a little screen for everyone.
What do you need from us to help, Martyr?
Be on the lookout for things to help protect your soul, I guess. Does anybody have anything? I need to draw something real quick. If you see, and he's going to try and draw the picture of a Fury or an Arrhenius.
Okay.
Make me a sleight of hand check. Or a performance check. I'll be kind.
God, thank you for performance. 19.
You do a pretty reasonable.
It's like a middle schooler's drawler, just like heavy plate armor, big red wings, scary demon lady.
Big titties.
Okay.
Got
She do have massive honkers.
Valid.
These are some of Hybris's most renowned hunters.
They
They're
really
usually,
look like that?
from what I've heard from stories, you usually don't see one and survive.
Goodness.
But they are known for being sent out. They're actually very close to the core I wanted to be a part of, and I aspired to. But they are sent out. They find somebody, and in the middle of the night, they murder them and bring their souls back to Hybris to be. We don't know. Some people say burned into nothingness. Some say reincarnated into Hybridian souls. Some even say that their bodies are taken to secret locations to be reanimated. But
You have
Too bad.
protection against this?
well, yeah, my sword. It helps trap soul essence, and one of them swooped down. I could beat their ass. Also, I have wings. They don't have an aerial advantage over me.
But that's it. You don't have any other form of protection? What are
I mean, at the moment, no. But
the moment?
I can keep working on the sword and make it just start taking more of Hybris essence to put away.
Now, who is this Hybris fella you're talking about?
Hang on, let me flip over the page and start trying to draw Hybris.
He's a newer god, from my understanding of it. Not someone they worship where I'm from. One from the Newlands.
I
So
hold
he's
up.
a god.
It looks like a heavy metal poster, like full on like goat-headed Baphomet, but like with a Spartan helmet on.
Here we go. Let me just.
It looks a little bit like this, and hats,
He is the
He's-
bonfire.
except miles high and golden brass. And
And from my understanding, he's in your sword right now.
part of his influence, you know.
Miles high.
God, kind of trying to translate. Who the fuck keeps? Who do I keep hearing the fucking squelching of indigestion?
The plague rat.
Shane, you good?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
buddy.
Anyway,
No highs, but
Connor's trying
I
to
see.
Connor's trying to translate the concept that all the gods are infinite and that you can keep
Plague
concepts
monks.
within. Yeah, he's saying, is there some of Hybris in it? And I'm trying to translate that technically, but that doesn't change that he's still infinite.
A portion of his essence is deep inside you, but you forced it into this vessel.
Think about it this way. Basically, he scooped a cup of water out of the ocean.
Interesting. Makes sense though.
Wow. I didn't know that you could downplay what he did so hard.
Well, I mean, but that's on the scale that he's trying to demonstrate. That's essentially what it is. It was a much bigger feat, but
I doubt the ocean would be concerned if a cup was pulled out of it. This is
I don't
clearly
imagine-
being a pain in the ass to this god.
So maybe not a cup, but like, let's say an ocean just, or like a part of the ocean just disappeared. It's a really giant cup.
Let's see who can make a check on this.
So basically,
Zrikich, you with disadvantage. I'm going to roll for Sippy.
can I roll religion?
What
Mm,
check do I roll?
you'll be rolling history. You can roll religion, and Sippy's going to roll history as well.
And
Damn.
11.
moment.
All right, come on, Sippy.
Just had to give me disadvantage.
Yeah, this one's a little more interesting. Jesus.
Synchronized burps.
The boy. Sippy will pipe up, and say, he really should have made a religion check too, but yeah. Given he was
Do a Sippy impression.
no,
Do it.
no, yeah, no, he's got morning sickness. He's a little sick. So he will
Pussy.
yes, he will tell that Hybrians specifically as a race hold a stronger connection to the bloodline of Hyrus, leading back to the original population of the island that he blessed. And that being, he holds a stronger connection with these folks in particular, which is why he has a specific legion, the Legio Era, made specifically of these hulking tiefling-like monsters. So, in terms of raw close match, think baseline mortal, blessed people, given quote unquote clerics, Hybrians, and then it goes with the Hybrian ranking system to the tribunal, and then we get Tybris himself. Oh, and actually, I have the names for you for the tribunal if you want, Connor.
Ooh,
Yes.
I see. Look, he's got lore.
Alamexia.
Alamexia, Mexicano.
Give me them names, bitch. Also, I also
Talk
want to
amongst
point out
yourselves.
that you definitely stole this art from somewhere and then blocked out the artist tag.
Yes.
Because not only do we steal art, fuck them getting any credit.
No. Fine. Do you want the art? Here you go.
Thank you.
It's hot in
Igor would,
here.
Take your.
Igor would be heartbroken to know that his art would go unrecognized.
Take your exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. I need to turn on the AC.
Gotcha, man.
Dying.
Get a cup of water too, brother.
I do. It doesn't do anything.
Maybe avoid the Zrikich voice.
Acid
No.
reflux. Try. Try.
No. Head ass.
If you're having acid reflux, drink pickle juice. It's weird, but it works.
You
Drink
always
the
come in.
cucumber cum.
Drink the
I'm telling-
Kool-Aid.
I'm telling you, I've tried it as an acid reflux
Just-
sufferer.
You have such unique home
know.
remedies. Well, not really
I
unique,
know.
but if somebody could be having something like, you know what, you should drink this. You should gargle apple cider. You should drink pickle juice. I'm convinced that if it was like, oh man, I'm in a car wreck, and you're like, oh, mix together salt and pepper in like a 30-20 mixture, swirl around and drink it. It'll give you enough energy to escape the burning vehicle. Like,
I am a fountain of information, but all of my remedies that I give, I have tried myself. So
ew.
I'm not recommending shit I don't do.
Ew. I'm currently getting lore from the DM.
Nice.
So,
Would that answer your question a bit?
he cannot answer you right now.
No, I was talking to. I keep wanting to say U-Haul, and I know that's not your real name.
No, it is.
Ooh.
It's just U-Haul?
It's
Yoo.
ooh haul.
Ooh. Ooh.
U-Haul?
Yes, ooh haul.
U-Haul, thank you. Did that answer your
Shark face.
question?
Ooh, ha, ha.
Yes, I would say it's satisfactory.
Good.
See, I'm kind of on a quest for finding gods myself.
Any gods in particular?
Well, a certain, god of my race. There's a lot of information that we don't know about her.
Okay. You think she's around here?
Oh, probably not.
Oh. Do you have any sort of leads at all?
Not really, because the Yanti kind of disappeared, so there's very limited information out there. So it's just a matter of finding it, and that's why my master sent me out here, because I'm pretty good at finding information,
Okay.
specifically lore information.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you're looking for is just information. You don't need to find her.
Well, I mean, if I do find her, I don't think I'd be able to take her on because she is a god. But it was more so what happened to the previous one, what happened to the Yanti, stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even think about fighting her. I was just thinking that you would talk, I guess.
Well, unlike other Yanti, I'm just, I'm not a full-blooded. I'm not a full-blooded royal, so she probably wouldn't waste your time.
Well, but you're one of her people.
In a way, yes, but also in a way, no.
Interesting.
It's a very complicated thing. The Yanti is very complicated. That's probably why we are not well known and not as popular as we used to be.
All right.
Plus, I need to find out more information about this continent.
All right. I take it Connor is still digesting lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can we speed up our travels to Akesh, possibly?
Granted that I need information in this port city we're about to be at. Don't think so.
Okay. What are you looking for in the port city?
Well, two things now.
Okay. Which are?
Whereabouts of the daughter of that scientist we're working for. And then a private matter.
Of course.
As much as you all wish to forsake this Whitleaf person, since their Havenwood was reduced to ash, I will not.
I
I
don't
took
know
on the
that at all.
contract.
That little girl is out there somewhere and she must be terrified.
That is, if she's still alive.
I don't want to think about that possibility.
Guhal will speak up and he's like, little girl?
One of our patrons, the founder of New Haven Wood, Jace Whitleaf, hired us to help him find his kidnapped daughter.
Oh. Well, I think we better
Yeah.
find her then.
And your most recent lead is down in the city of. Whee! Oh, there it is. Yeah, Millicent.
Urania, you can not want to hear it all you want, but you'll be a fool not to know that it's a possibility.
Of course
And
I know it's
accept
a
that
possibility.
fact.
Of course I know it's a possibility. But if I let myself believe that it's already happened, then I've as good as given up on her. I have to believe she's still alive so that I know that it's urgent we get to her quickly.
It's urgent whether she's alive or not. That's what it means to be responsible.
Man on a mission.
I know. Believe me, I know. And whatever Jace is experiencing, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Who kidnapped her? Is it like a clan or a specific person? Like, do you have any information? Or is it just she's
That's
somebody
what I'm
kidnapped?
finding out in Milnicent when I get there.
The last lead we had was for the Winter Fae.
The collector and transfer of this cargo was some bastard Winter Fae caused, well, everything that got us stirred up in this mess for one. And he transferred it, but the client was redacted from records on outside sources. So I need to go to the actual place where it was done and she was shipped off to with her client. I need to do some questioning. Some back alley diplomacy. Get answers.
Right.
I see. I read good. I read well, so if you needed to read things, I could do that.
Fractal comes down the stairs. Yes, the area is cleaned now. Watch your step coming up. It is a pull-up ladder for reasons.
Connor's still digesting lore. Damn, Pyro, good job.
Zerkic's gonna speed rat his way up the ladders.
All right.
Martyr, wait.
Martyr stops, seemingly on autopilot.
Connor, not talking.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, there he is. Hello.
Sorry, I forgot I hit my mic. Knocked the sensitivity down. Yes.
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but I need to know what you saw in that vision. I need to know how to keep you safe.
Knowing what happened in the vision won't keep me safe. But I'll tell you after I meet with this wizard. I don't want to keep him waiting if there's a chance he can do something to help with the sword.
She'll just kind of take his hand.
It wasn't anything good, Arani. It was
I know.
using you and Zrikic and everyone else here, all of my other friends from in the service, as leverage to hurt me. That's all there is to gain from it. He
Then
failed to make me afraid of him. He made me afraid for you.
Then I need to know how to protect you from myself.
I'm going to grab his shoulder. Then protect yourself.
I won't stand by and watch you be hurt.
You won't. I can fend for myself. I need you to be safe. Because I don't know if I can protect both of us.
Fractal's just staring down, through the trapdoor, just looking at you all.
Zerkic at the top just sees them freezing. Just rolls his eyes.
Every time we do a plot point, they have to go get big googly eyes.
Do they do this all the time?
Go be cringe in downtime. Let him see the fucking sword.
I can't watch you die again.
You won't.
Meanwhile, as this is all happening, Uhal is just trying to get by, but he can't find a place. He can't find some place
like,
to slip through the door.
Doing that awkward, try and navigate to signal that he's trying to pass, but he can't find a spot.
Arania will notice this and just subtly slide out of the way, but not acknowledge it at all.
Martyr will awkwardly also shift, but then continue to block the way with his massive wingspan. Just there's an opening for you to crawl if you really feel like it.
He's just trying to clear his throat to try to get you guys to notice the move.
Can you just wait for 1 minute if it's that big of a deal?
Roadblocks, get out of the fucking way!
Arania will now just pull Martyr away from the ladder fully. Out of eye shot.
Okay.
God.
There's your art, Connor, for the tribunal.
Oh my god.
Zerkic, are they always like this?
Yes!
That's why I love this.
I don't. I have to keep you safe.
Arania. I am more safe now than I ever have been. But I will never be safe until I can control the effects Hybris has on me. And to do that, have to go to Rakesh. I have to deal with all this, and I have to enter into dangerous situations and come out of them so that I can eventually be free.
Don't think I don't see you, Misha. Quit writing your fan fictions.
Misha's
Then let
formed
us-
like a heart around us.
Yeah, you guys can make me a perception check if you want for hearing that.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
I'm on my
just-
phone.
I
Alas.
just said no roll 20 app moment.
Oh wait, I do have the app. Where is it?
I don't know.
Wait,
Where is-
where is it?
Side eye.
Where is?
Oh, there it is.
Where is it?
Straight up, not me.
Where is she?
Now I gotta sign in. Shit.
I could just roll for you.
Too late. I'm already loading the campaign.
Oh my god.
2 hours later. Can't wait for it to get like a 3 after all this work.
It's gonna be so funny though. But it's gonna be so
A
funny.
little more, little more, little more. Keep working. You're good. You're good.
Good.
You're
You're
good.
good. You're good. You're good. And of course,
And...
Perception. rolling.
Uh,
21.
you do notice that there is a shadow against the counter. Looks like furiously writing into a journal. Notices, fucking flies off.
It just kind of squints for a second, just like, oh, like a wince. Just
Yeah, runs up to the floor and into practice shadow, embarrassed.
Just let us be there with you. Don't shut me out.
He's going to wrap his wings around the back of her, pull her close. I have no intent of leaving without you. I have no intent of shutting you up, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry!
You son of a bitch.
5 minutes!
This is all I want to do tonight. This
So-
is all I can do.
The Rizbrian. I'm sorry. Go on.
God.
Y'all been talking for a while. I'm sorry.
You hit that button, and whatever I was saying is gone. That'll...
No.
I have one thing.
I'm so
Safe
sorry.
to say, Mutter says something romantic then.
That
If Connor cannot get back on track.
hence the Riz music. There we go.
Terrible. Y'all are mean.
Like
Y'all
a
are
CC
mean.
ability. You
We
just
understand, but there are other people here.
I'm about to leave.
I'm sorry.
He'll pull her on you close, tell her there's no intent of leaving her. Give her a hug, wrapped around in the wings.
Mhm.
And then he's going to let go and ask if she would like to come watch the whatever Fractal's doing with the sword.
I'm not leaving you. I'll stay. I'll come with you.
And he will then take her hand and, without realizing he's being a gentleman, go up the ladder first.
Oh my god, adorable. And then help her up. Cute.
Mhm. Well, mainly that he's not looking up your, if you have a skirt.
Where's a dress? Like a
Hang on,
robe?
doesn't Martyr wear like a... Sure does. Look at that character art, folks. He's got a whole ass
Amazing.
loincloth there.
Amazing.
Great. You get the Hybrian jewels.
And contrary to Arania not leaving Martyr, Olivia now has to leave Connor. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gets a nosebleed so hard looking up at Martyr, she falls off and passes out. Anyway,
Yes.
go up to
So,
the examination.
yeah, you see, helping guys through the trapdoor is a colossal robot / skeleton. Much larger than you or I. It nods at you without saying a word.
No, I just have a slight inkling that you're inflated way beyond what you're usually.
What? There he is. It nods to you. That's Marcos. He doesn't speak much.
Figured.
You just see long steel wires holding his mouth shut. And as you turn away from Marcos and you look toward Fractal, he is wearing a different apron this time, much less friendly looking, covered in some sort of stains. And he's holding a bone saw, and he pats the table. Come on.
Take out the sword and set it on the table.
Oh no, you too.
Huh?
Well, I mean, it's sold now. We might as well get out the other way too. It's still linked to you, so there's something with you as well. Come on, chop chop. Oh, chop chop, get it? He's holding the bone saw.
Wouldn't that be... You don't chop with a saw, you... Anyway...
Not in... not with that attitude, you won't.
You've been using a toothed weapon to chop?
Only on things that piss me off. You haven't pissed me off yet, and he just tosses
You're
it.
damaging your tool!
This tool is made of adamantium.
Bullshit, you just said it was bone.
That's a bone saw.
Yeah, it's saw made of bone.
Holy crap.
You're not very bright, are you?
No.
Anyway, get on the table. We might be able to fix that while we're here.
Zrikich is gonna have gray fur, not from any from any rat stuff, just from having to hear Martyr speak and getting stressed.
He gets mistaken for a gray seer. Let's
Oh.
it by the whole one.
A double amputee could count your brain cells.
Alright. Alright, for real, hop up on the table. I need to look at you as well and those weird ass tattoos.
Okay. Sits right back and crosses his arms, almost looks like a vampire. So you want my wings in, or...?
Put them out.
It's up. His wingspan is about as wide as he is tall.
That's
A little bit
fine.
longer.
I just need access to the stems and little metal like over clamps, kind of like clunk 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 clunk.
What the fuck?
And on your
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you might struggle a little bit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, your rumps too. Don't be huffy.
Uncrosses his arms and...
Clunk 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 clunk.
What the fuck are you about to do to me? Take it. I need an adult. I need an adult.
I've seen tables like this, but they're not for medicine.
Huh?
And with that, he takes out, just so we don't want you cutting biting your tongue off. He puts like a leather strap through your mouth.
This seems to be an execution table.
Starts bracing against the restraints. Just trying to sit up.
Sorry, those can hold a full grown orc with a K. I'm sorry, you ain't doing shit.
Where's
You
your
better
full
make them
support?
out of god materials or something. Hold his ass in there.
You got spook material.
You know,
I'm part orc. Fuck.
the strap isn't holding you back enough. You got fangs. Sorry. Here's a ball gag. I love my job.
So Circuit, we're just gonna let this happen, right?
Well, as long as he doesn't die.
He shouldn't, and even if he does, I've got procedures for that.
Obligatory for on Liz's behalf of Ronnie going, oh dear.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Was there some sort of waiver that we had to sign before we did this?
as if I have a doctor's license. Anyway, and that's when he brings like a little enchanted cup over to your face.
What?
Sleep gas.
Oh.
I am not licensed.
Yes, Connor did just stick his fingers in his mouth to simulate being ball gagged.
Oh.
It's called commitment to the bit.
Damn right. All right. So here's what we're going to do. See, first we're going to look at the sword, and it is connected to him through. There we go. Solar. Marcos, where's my rejuvenation wand? Come here. Come here. There we go. We may need this, as I need to. I've noticed a fun little quirk about people in this world. They have this thing called a soul core. They're fascinating. I've only worked on like a couple, and they've only shattered like 1 out of 3 times. So this is really interesting, as as almost like the, the repair guy from Toy Story. He has many like little lenses go on his face, looking several different colors. At what appears to be Martyr's soul core. Oh, you all can watch too. Look here, and he brings down a massive mirror that's linked to it, and you see a battered looking, multicolored red orb.
Sparking.
Yeah.
Deep cracks.
It's mostly intact except for 3 distinct sides. It looks like there's like 3 different types of soul core in there that are fighting.
3. Oh yeah, 3.
You know, granted how he carries himself, that's a little more organized than I thought it would be.
Oh, that's not his work. That's probably just how the recent turf wars have caught. Given this thing, he passed the sword. See, this thing here is putting such fine lines as it's not letting any energy rise or decrease for the most part, because the sword appears to have hit its most immediate. Let's call it a. Let's put a pin in it and call it a soul cap. Given it is a lot of the soul energy is from what appears to be some strange interdimensional demon. Looking shaped like a fat rat? Huh. A living inferno. Lots of anger right there. And what appears to be a celestial of sorts, given with concepts such as time and order. Let's see. I will now link Martyr's subconscious, because he's in there right now. That's what I've induced. All right, Martyr. We can. I see. We're currently listening to you inside of your soul space. Damn things on the fritz. Cling, 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 cling. Anyway, for this, we need to figure out where and how the crack is forming. And
Well, I imagine it's coming from the typhoon of angry red nonsense.
yeah, that would appear to be
That
it.
would make the most logical sense.
Now, you see these little cracks here, here, and here. They are reaching into the other areas, given that there's some instability in this area, meaning he has experienced extreme recent anger issues, hasn't he?
Quite a bit.
I would imagine. He seems very impulsive.
He's not one for, orderly conduct, I should say.
He's not a planner. He just does things. He's like a dog chasing... So, be that as it may, this behavior has inadvertently fed into the hybris. Let's call it the hybris energy here. And has exceeded the natural cap of the sword. What did they call it?
Soul cap?
No, the sword.
Trinity Edge.
Trinity Edge. Alright, that is a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, something tells me it comes from this MOBA game, League of Legends. I don't know. I don't.
Sounds
I read
toxic.
about it somewhere.
That's toxic. So, the simple issue here is containing what is causing this anger. There seems to be a... let's see here. There is... I could do a little bit for him, but he'll he'll definitely have to... He speaks From beyond, from the
No, I was making the joke.
tee hee ha hoo. Let's see here. So it's Troll King! King! So, the immediate answer is he needs to work into his impulse issues until he gets this more manageable, or just forcing it down and getting a better grip. Clearly, his willpower is lacking. No offense. Click. Ted taps him on the head. You flashbacks seem to have a very hard grasp on your emotions.
Would it be reasonable to understand that if he leans more into one of the other two, might that balance it out a little more?
It would, but it could also lean into a similar situation as he's described tonight, given a quick end, given Hyper seems to be actively looking at him.
Mhm.
Who's here? Oh, hey, Liv. So, see here. See this infinite black void right here? Now, I don't have a lot of experience with old ones, but that looks like an old, like a shard of an old one. How that got there, I have no idea. Frankly, he should be dead. However,
Well, he's been there before.
right. So, given he's not dead and it has fully integrated in him, that one, that one leans more towards apathy and abject destruction for destruction's sake, which is ironic given there's a lot of destruction and void are not synonymous, but they have very similar connotations. Except destruction is the act of reducing in concept, and void is the absence of concept. Now, this other one here, this seems his best bet, but it's not exactly teeming with life. He pokes at the monochrome gray one. This one seems to be a measure of order, time-ish, something. I want to say streamlined. I'm not sure. It's definitely the most stable, but it could also lead to changing his personality as well, just based off of it being the utter absence of extremes. You could say, if we're looking at the normal wheel, this one's chaotic, this one's evil, and this one's neutral. But not really. That's an oversimplification. Basically, what I'm saying is, the more fucked up shit he does, the more the big red guy gets to fuck with him. The more he does apathetic, cruel things, that one's the void guy. And the more he's inner peace, that means he gets to lean in more into this thing, this celestial thing.
So it all depends on Martyr getting a hold of himself.
Yeah, if he can.
Well, he's a little fucked.
I mean, there are ways I can do this manually, and he brings back out the bone saw and looks at his head. But I don't think you're really willing to have that conversation quite yet.
Well, as willing as I am, it's not my choice to make.
Yeah, the druid over there is looking at me funny. I'm not going to dissect him. I don't do that to my employees. That's rude.
It's only after their employment, huh?
I mean, sometimes their employment ends with them trying to kill me.
That doesn't seem as much a surprise.
Yeah, bigotry against necromancy is rampant in certain areas of this continent. Let's just say I got those skeletons fresh. Anyway, fond memories aside, the issue here is that he is outsourced a bunch of his soul to entities that are far above his supposed pay grade. willingly, and that is as binding as most contracts. So, in all normal necessity, he should be a warlock, but he's not. Which means his entire magic circuitry here is trying to make up for all the different streamlines of power running in, and there's a lack of balance leading to instability. Now the sword forces stability, but there's a natural gap given he seems to have crafted this out of soul energy himself, and other magics taps it. Oh right, sorry, the rat as well. The rat's a smaller portion in there. It seems to just be made up along these little hairline cracks here, zipping in and out. It's not much compared to these other godlike beings. It's closer in power scale to the celestial, but it's a lot more spread out. It's more like a strong malaise over the entire thing, trying to erode it. See, this thing is the corrupting influence right here. It's like raw warpstone, just trying to like zip in and out. You ever heard of the story of Ratatoskr?
Perhaps.
Well, there's a similar story here from what I've heard of your horned rat. It is quite literally agitating the others. So there's that's why this is a more expedited here.
No surprise. Rats are catalysts of fucking everything up.
Quite. So, ironically, the best thing to stabilize yourself out for the time being would either be jettison the rat in there. That would give you some more time. I could bind the sword a little bit. It seems your celestials try to do that as well. I could try and lock it down, but that would require some real estate that I can spare for him. And I mean literally giving him more soul space to lessen the shares of the others, and that costs a little more because that's my personal bank. And I just met you all. I mean,
Well,
in money
I figured.
or bodies.
What that entail exactly?
Well, see, you hand me, let's say, 1,000 gold, and I can give you, let's say, 10% soul for him, which can deduct from the others and add back to his own value as he pleases.
I'm more of concerned about what you end up doing to make that happen.
Oh, that's where this comes in. And he holds up his staff, and it is a mishmash of circuitry and wires leading up to a massive blue, like cloud blue crystal with a what appears to be you're an assassin. Yeah, you know a lot about bones and dead people. Make me a investigation check. That's not bad. It's pretty easy to see. That is an elf skull. Encased in the blue crystal.
Well, not my soul. You're gonna have to ask him when you wake him up.
No, I mean I have my personal cash, and then you pay me, and I'll bequeath some of that to him.
That's not what I meant. I mean, it's his choice to make.
Yeah, so he can either jettison a rat and get more. Let's call it a gigabyte cap. He doesn't have the. He doesn't have Trinity Edge Pro quite yet. So, well, I'm going to let him calm down on the table for a bit. The ball gag was just a joke. There's literally a force cage waiting in case he tries to bite his tongue off. He just tosses the bar away. Yeah, he'll wake up on his own, but this is mostly to calm him down because that is the key to this.
I kept it in. It's kind of funny.
Yes, but I didn't wash it.
That makes it a little funnier and a little concerning. How often do you have to ball gag people?
How often do you have to kill people?
Well, that gives me an answer.
Dreadfully loud. So, that being said, we can still transport him with this. Marcos can carry him for now, while he's resting off his thing. We should begin traveling.
Then let's go.
All right. So Marcos and Misha will begin carefully carrying Martyr on down the ladder. Who gone? Oh, Liv. Okay. And soon the tower will crumble as soon as you're out of there, fading into a imploding little hole. And as you're all about ready to start walking away, he pauses. Wait. I've had this problem before, and he turns back toward a certain space in the tower, and he dispels magic. Lots of casualties for that one. I have this spell that just doesn't go away, and attacks whatever goes in that space, unless they say the command word. And I've got a lot of accidental kills for that one. So I gotta remember to dispel those before we leave camp. Took me a while to realize that one a little bit. So,
How often do you build this tower near towns?
I don't trust towns, so always. I mean, I don't trust them, but whenever I had to sleep in one, I don't make one. Then I just use alarm and that same snake spell. Anyway, let's be off.
Off we go.
And now we will take you all to the map.
On the road again.
Back on the road again.
On the road again.
With you
Take
by
me
myself.
out on the road again.
All right. Well, since the King Radis is here, Dom, could you do me the favor of rolling the first D20 at travel? 9. Okay. I'm gonna roll something for a different something for this revert. Okay. It's a little overcast. For most of that day anyway. There's rumbling of thunder in the distance back from where you came over the mountain.
Can I make a check to see if there's a kraken following us?
Sure.
I was joking.
The Kraken roll.
Close.
Oh no, that's adorable, Dom.
It's perfect representation of Zroch.
Yeah.
Part dragon.
Yep. Let's see here. While going down the main road, you do come across a caravan or two. One is a general goods caravan, and one is a alchemist caravan. Did you guys want to stop and buy any of that, or should you pass by?
Not a shopping episode.
It's not, but it could
It's a
be.
travel episode.
The travel episode.
Thomas is aim.
Yo.
Okay, what's the you say general goods guy?
Yeah, general goods. If there's anything you just want to buy real quick.
Nah.
Alchemy guy.
I'll
Yep.
take a look and see if he has any spell scrolls.
He does not.
Actually, I want a dragon chest set.
Okay. 1 silver.
Done.
Yeah. All right. And then the alchemy guy.
Does he have a poisoner's kit?
What you're sure is a man sitting at the counter wearing a plague doctor's mask. Gives you a thumbs up and hands you a poisoner's kit.
How much?
7 gold.
Hand him a platinum.
Pleasure.
You have any poisons, both debilitating and lethal?
A couple. Let's see here. We have some. What are you looking for? Contact, ingested, inhaled.
Contact or inhaled preferred.
All right, we have some burnt ether fumes. A creature subjected to this poison must succeed on a DC 13 con save, or take 3d6 poison damage, and must repeat the saving throw at the start of each of its turns. On each successive failed save, the character takes 1d6 poison damage. After 3 successful saves, the poison ends.
That's it. That's inhaled.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like a little smoke bomb with little glittering orange dust inside.
How much is that?
I think this one went for about 30 gold a pop.
30 gold a pop.
I have 3.
I'll take all of them.
All right, 90 gold.
9 platinum.
Bill just messaged me. Bill's I messaged him at like 8:30 asking you okay. He messaged me just now saying fuck. He fell asleep. Okay.
What is the name of the poison I just bought?
Fumes. Other fumes. I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
Does the alchemist have any spell calls?
Make me a persuasion check. No, he doesn't.
But wait, I can use a reaction to make re-roll that.
All right, do it again. Yoshi, rewind. No, no,
it worked.
no, it doesn't. He looks you dead in the face. No, I don't. And if that is all at the
other poison?
Another poison. He's got one other with him. He only has one of these though.
What is it?
It is actually a contact poison.
I'm interested.
It is crawler mucus. This poison must be harvested from a dead or incapacitated crawler. A creature subjected to this poison must succeed on DC 13 con save throw or be poisoned for 1 minute. The poisoned creature is paralyzed. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Now,
What's that?
this one specifically is a +1 crawler mucus, given that making the DC 14. This one itself is just 100 gold pieces straight up. It only has 1.
I'll take it.
All right.
Geez, Zerkich, how much gold did you have?
Enough to do my job.
I'll do this. Hey, Sippy, how you doing, buddy? Sleepy.
I had the one for the Other fumes too.
Yep, I got that one.
Tired.
Yeah, buddy, I got you. So, you have three of the Other fumes and one of the crawler mucus. Remember to wear gloves when using it. Or don't, it'll be funny.
I've had enough practice.
I assume. So, nothing much else happens for the rest of the day after the caravans. You'll be setting up for the evening. You're in the plains proper. Let's see here. Nothing will happen much today. Yes, yes.
You need another roll.
Let's see here. Was it a 98? Nah. Okay. Nothing will happen that night. No rolls needed. The next morning, you are... One more should get you with an Isid of Millicent. Let's see here. Who's next? Hey, Bill, could you roll me a d20?
I
He's
am.
not,
s-
he's
Let
not
me.
in the roll 20 yet.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do we still have the? Yeah, I'm still trying to get into the roll 20. Do we still have the? What the hell is it called? Avray? I don't know how to even use Avray.
The dice roller bot?
Yeah, we should still have
Yeah.
that. We should still have Avery.
Oh yes, it's a 15.
15, okay. Hey, Uho,
Yes.
could you roll me 2d4?
Yes.
Seven. Okay. You will, how should I phrase this? Hear a... Shit, which one is that one? Huh. Okay. Not sure what one of those be there. You all come across what appears to be a strange mound. It is a hill of what looks like garbage in the middle of the road.
Oh God, where's Scratch?
Oh,
Oh, it's a Pokemon.
Do we want to check this mound out or just go around it?
Said it's a pile of garbage almost.
yes.
I'm sorry, did you say garbage?
Yes.
Oh, great.
It's a pile of metal and random clockwork springs and whatnot.
I would like to investigate it.
Okay.
Go on the roll investigation.
Go ahead and roll the investigation.
Yeah, that's about right.
You walk up to the pile of garbage, and you start shifting around in it, and it appears to be a lot of broken and failed-looking craftsman things here. Like, you see what appears to be most of a breastplate armor, but it's got spikes facing inward, as if it was melted and or made of, like, it looked like it was made of rubber for a bit and was shot with bullets.
Uh-huh. I'd like to take Clockwork Springs.
All right. Roll me a survival check. You get like 3 or 4 mostly intact ones, but the size of your fist.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else want to dive through the trash?
I suppose.
Weaker to your base nature, are you, vermin?
Said a what?
Investigation check.
He's going to specifically be using his sword to shift stuff around, not his hands.
Fair enough. You find a a mostly empty leather bag.
Mostly empty.
Yes, it's you know how chip bags look like they're full, but they're like maybe a half or a third of full.
I see.
Yeah.
Open it up.
You open it up. Okay. Inside you see little orbs. Roll me. We'll say D6.
Oh.
There is a singular. Which one do I want it to be? Huh. Okay. There's a singular big yellow orb in there.
Hmm. Well, you're a wizard, right? You have identify?
Is it there?
Identify, no.
I do. Yes. I could sell you identify for a price. But, this one's a
If
free
you
one
don't
for you.
have it, I'll pay for him to get it. So you're gonna need it.
Alright, that'll be 50 gold pieces? 50 gold yeah, I think 50. Yeah.
Hands him 5 platinum.
Okay.
It's you rich, man.
Alright, for that, here's the requisite ink as well. Give yourself identify. Over the next long rest, he'll take out a wand and poke the little orb in there carefully. That is a thunder elemental core.
Hmm.
Would Zerkich know what those are?
Given you probably researched into things after having accidentally, accidentally after mercy killing the Prince of Autumn, you know certain when you kill certain creatures, you get certain objects or you get certain boons. This is what happens when you kill, or there's a chance of this whenever you kill a lightning or thunder elemental. Their core manifests in this crystal. It should be used for several enchanting, alchemical, or nefarious means.
I see.
Nefarious means it's incorporating in a alchemical thunder bomb.
Well, that may be useful in the future.
I'll stash that away.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a thunder core, right?
Yeah. Yes, you may.
Can I look at a trash pile? I'm using my quarterstaff in the same way that Zerkish used his sword.
Okay. Investigation. You find an ingot of opaline metal.
An ingot of what kind of metal?
Opaline metal. It looked like shiny skooma. Moonstone.
Is that his like official term, moonstone?
Write down moonsteel ingot.
Okie dokie.
Can I investigate it again? Is there more in there?
I'm saying you're going. No. There's a pile there, but and it's grayed out now, and you're moving along.
Oh, okay.
No, Sippy, baby, no. You're perfect, Sippy. You can go.
Okay, is investigation or is it survival?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Okay,
Pet the owl.
investigation. Yeah.
You, my fine feathered friend, will find. Huh. A knife.
A knife. No,
What do you have there?
a knife.
Ah.
Knife.
He's holding a what appears to be a knife with a very reflective blade.
Shiny. Shiny.
Well, you will just
I
look
don't
at
need it.
Zerkich, you don't need any more knives, do you?
There's always room for more knives.
I want a knife.
Regardless, you found it. You can ask Fractal to tell you what it does. Decide if you want to sell it or not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he will walk over to Fractal, be like,
Hello.
"What is this?"
Let me get my looking glass on this. Huh. This appears to be an unstable magical item.
Oh,
Meaning it's good for a limited amount of uses. It appears that this is a discarded pile from an enchanter or tinkerer of some sort. For the size, I'm not quite sure how big the tinkerer was, but this particular is an invisible shiv. It is a regular knife that can up to 3 times turn itself invisible.
the knife.
Yes,
No,
just the knife.
Okay.
It is not. You do not have to tune. You have to press that button there.
You said up to 3 times?
Yes.
As in, at all?
Yes.
Does it recharge?
No, it breaks. It is an unstable creation.
How long does it last?
Until you use the 3 charges.
How long does invisibility last?
I assume until it stabs something.
Well, it could be a useful tool.
He's just like, well, it's an interesting thing. I guess I'll keep it until.
Which is why I said, "Oh," when I looked at my table. Oh yeah, get the pacifist an invisible shiv. This can be wild.
In case we get taken hostage, it's a good way to make sure you're not unarmed.
It's a good way to make sure I am unarmed.
Can I ask him what my ingot does?
Sure. This is less of a magical thing, other than I don't. Fractal now has to make a check on knowing what Moonsteel is, which is going to be an advantage because there's not a very solid. The only chance he would have seen this is from talking with Bellum. So this will be a disadvantage because this would have been a while back. Nope. All I can tell you is that it's given the name. I can get the name. It's Moonsteel. It's probably going to be something involved with at night.
Oh, okay. I'm sure when we get to the port city, they might have a library, then I can look at it from there. I'm pretty good at reading.
That or a metallurgist or blacksmith, either way.
That too. Either one.
Yes.
Given zippiness, Valvis, would he happen to know if usually the boon has a connection to shapeshifters. Would he know if Moonsteel would be able to knock things out of their transformations like a moonbeam would?
You can extrapolate that there's a strong chance that one of its properties is having an effect on shifters. Yeah.
Okay. He would tell.
That's more of a common sense thing. The exact properties you won't know, but you guys talk about yourselves. I'll be right back real quick.
Yeah,
Use the restroom.
Tell Uval, given my nature, in knowing these things, I would have to believe it probably has properties that would kick shifters out of their transformations, but that is just conjecture.
I see. So maybe if I got a blacksmith to make it into a weapon of sorts, it could reveal those properties.
It's God, I'm tired.
Good to know.
Well, now I'm kind of curious as to what left all this junk in a pile.
And I'm back.
To be
Welcome
honest,
back.
welcome back. It might have just been Jace running around dumping old garbage. Would not be surprised.
Zerkich, since we have the time, I have to ask you about something.
Go ahead.
When I was reading a lot, I come across this story about a Skaven general named Icket Claw. Does it ring any bells to you?
Why?
I don't know. I just heard this. I read this story about how he almost got killed by a wall.
Careless placement could do that to somebody.
I see. But he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then something happened.
This is the most sympathetic I've heard you've heard about Skaven Circuit. I'm surprised you don't dog on how dumb that guy must have been to almost lose to a wall.
I'm back.
Well, it gets a little different.
Please tell me more.
Icket
By the
Claw.
way, I'm sure he learned his lesson.
There's no such thing in that. No, there's no Icket in my game.
You can't be free from the claw.
The closest thing,
Shane.
the closest thing is get a gasket, you rat.
He
We're
was
about to kill
he
the
was just
equivalent of-
trolling me anyway.
We're
Goblin.
about to fight the equivalent of Icket Claw.
Yes.
Is that?
No,
Well-
not equivalent. Closest.
Yeah, closest approximation.
If it was equivalent, then we wouldn't win.
He definitely would dropped a couple of nukes on you by now.
And I, because it was unable to speak, I fully waived whatever right I had to dig through trash. But
Mhm.
did we get? I heard Sippy say, did we get a confirmation of whose this pile was, or is it just theory?
Some sort of tinkerer that left a massive, like a small hillock of broken bits and trash from. You could have walked over the small hill of trash for a minute or two, and then walk back down. Drop
So,
in the middle of the road.
I mean, it'll be funny to have me roll this. Is it investigation to sift through it if that window's still open?
Sure.
Now, is perception usable?
No.
Okay, so this is about to be hilarious, folks.
-1.
Yeah, that's with the
Not as
stone
bad
of
as
good
could
luck,
have been.
gentlemen.
Mm.
That's with
God.
bonuses.
Brainless.
Yeah, 7 intelligence.
Roll me a d4.
Certainly. 4.
You find 4 strange little rocks. When you put these rocks close to each other, they sometimes repel from each other, sometimes like are drawn to each other.
Weird.
Tink!
So they like, are they like those little magnetic balls that are just like?
Yeah,
you can
they're magnets.
do they look big enough that they could be tied together into a bola?
Kinda, yeah.
I will.
About the size of your fist. Each one.
Yeah, that's one hell of a bola. I will present that idea to. Hang on, do we have anybody remotely crafty? Does Zurkich have Tinker's tools?
Yeah, you're smoking.
I don't
Have
remember.
thieves, poisoners, disguise, and dice.
I knew a guy who had an affinity for leather tools.
Oh, fractal. Duh. I'll just have him fabricate it. That works.
So anyway,
Mr. Fractal, I have a proposition.
I'm asexual.
I produced the 4 large balls.
I'm asexual.
I need your help.
Uh-huh.
I want to tie these together into a bola. And I show him the like magnetic properties. So when I fling it, it'll wrap around and really hold someone restrained.
You see one of them just clangs into Franklin's chest. Ow.
Oh, sorry. Are the other ones starting to pull that direction?
More or less, they're first should have pulled Fractal towards you. Stop that.
Oh. He's about to be put in the fucking incredible scene if I let go of these. Just the fucking like inky ball scene. Just okay.
Stop that.
To try and pull it off of him.
You do so. And this will happen in the course of the next day. Nothing will happen too much over that evening, except Zrikich, could you roll me a D100 over the night in the tower? He insists you'll sleep in the tower. He'll make a little perch for you.
I will ask for a large window for Arania.
A barred window, but sure.
It's as close as we can get. And then Marty will hang on the perch above the window.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be ready for when you're in prison.
I pull out a
You're
harmonica.
going to jail! 16. Over the night, it begins to rain. I'm gonna say by the window, I'm gonna give you an advantage on this. Give me a perception check, murder. Looking at the window at this rain.
Advantage, mother. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have any cards or anything.
Okay.
I just suck.
Okay. You just notice there's a strange shimmer to the rain.
Can I open the window and like stick my hand out into it?
It is a bar window. You can stick your hand through the bars.
I will stick my hand through the bars then.
Okay.
Acid rain. You have a hole in your hand.
Take 9 cold damage.
Ooh. Ah.
As there is a shard of dry ice stuck in your hand.
Oh. It's a hailstorm? I grab the shard and take it out.
It is dry ice. You should let go of that.
I launch it through the bars.
It
like a football.
It fades into smoke.
That's weird.
That is what dry ice does.
No, I mean that Martyr's saying it's weird that it's raining dry ice. Not
Yeah.
He lay on hands this wound.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, he might not know what it is either.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Martyr from Helheim, knowing about cold things.
Smoky ice. What a novel idea!
My God, it's calcified Hybridian possession core soldiers.
And of course, he knows the word calcified.
Of course.
What's calcified mean?
And the brain damage.
Remember that time I met like 7 over deities and I came away with a broken brain?
Remember that time when a giant overhand smashed him into the floor? Remember that? Yeah.
Remember that time I died from a super ant just breaking my skull open?
Your brain is a miracle of science. The next morning, there is no ice to be found. Just little impact craters.
How's the tower look? Is it beaten up?
No. That bitch made of sturdy stuff. And then you all will come across and see the port city of Millicent within the Ukrainian Republic.
Neat.
Or where the fuck live? I haven't named it, I don't remember. Ukraine.
So, I heard you talking earlier, Zrikic, the other day, about wanting to look for clues for that, girl, the one of the inventor. You want help with that?
You want to look for clues?
I was a scout in the army. I feel like that should be helpful.
I regret to inform you. I'm looking for information on someone's whereabouts. Not the same as observing terrain.
It is? I mean, it isn't?
You know, I don't actually regret informing you. No, it's not.
Alright, I'm probably gonna go I'm gonna be with Sippy then. Sippy! Sippy!
Yes.
Sippy, I need... Can you help me with something?
Sure.
Can you help me find a temple to Caneus?
Of course. And Sippy will go looking for a temple of Caneus for Martyr.
DM, recall the things we talked about when I made my character?
I take Arania goes with
That's
them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Zrekic.
The real reason Shane brought in, it's just my name, Mason. I was trying to say Marcus, so he could have a competent person in the party to help him with his espionage.
He made his character all on his own.
No influence, I bet.
None.
I mean, I told him about all of our characters, and he just made it on his own.
Yeah, so there's these idiots and this demon, and there's mine, the super cool espionage rat.
You know that I would never describe Zrikic as a super cool espionage rat. Zrikic wouldn't allow me to describe him that way.
sneak through dimensions.
Yes. He would assassinate.
Anyway, what about you, Zroch?
He gone.
Slick answer, I guess.
The armored rat nods at you. He'll go with you.
Okay.
Fractal will inform you all he's going to go get accommodations and a date on the ship, and will he has reservations at a larger inn. No,
No problem.
I don't want to call it that, but I'm going to.
Call it that. You randomly generated an in name, didn't you? And it was something cursed, wasn't it? Is it
Clapping
worse than-
donkey.
I was about to say, is it worse than the clapping donkey? Well, DM, what's the inn he's staying at?
Well, you're all gonna be staying there.
Oh, goody. What's it called?
The pointless cucumber.
Yep.
What the fuck?
The
What
next brothel.
generator do you use, son?
Fantasy
Keep
name
using it.
generator.
Keep using it, brother. Keep her going.
We'll be at the useless cucumber.
Was it useless or pointless?
Useless.
Okay.
Wow. Some people should not be given creative rights.
Hey.
Whatever.
Who knows? The owner probably used like a generator or something.
What's a cucumber?
I learned how to take racials away. Don't think I won't. From the best.
Sippy, please take him to the temple.
People just nod and just like just sort of grab Marta's hand. Come on to the temple.
So, DM, can I ask you describe what the temple to Kineas looks like as we're at the steps? Like, is it like Greek pantheon? Is it?
It's more Jade Palace.
Okay.
You see before you, given you are in the Ukrainian heartland, there is in fact this is a large Jade Palace as you won't have much problems given you can fly, but there are a lot of stairs.
I will be walking up them.
Alright.
Mario will be standing at the very base of them. I'm assuming there's like little sconces with like iconography of Kineas' wings, making
Yes.
Like, starting entryway.
It's like one of those Japanese arches, kind of the red ones made out of beams, except they're green with yellow filigree, and the filigree looks like wings. And about every 100 steps, there's another one of these arches with prayers etched into them.
Mario swallows.
Beans! Beans! Eating beans, I see!
Oh. This dude eating beans in the movie.
A whole ass can of beans. Alright. So,
Martyr will take a deep gulp and then take one large step, crossing onto the first stone step.
you erupt into flame. No.
Emmy?
Nah.
Sippy's just there behind him, just holding cure foods in case he does.
You don't burst into flames, but you feel a weight on your shoulders. Not a massive weight, but you definitely feel something heavy over you. Like a weighted blanket.
His second step. Go to third.
Alright.
Fourth.
For every
Weight get heavier as I
for
go
every arch you come under, it gets a little heavier, and there are 10 arches in total, and they appear every 100 steps.
By the end, Martyr has kind of got like a labored breathing.
Mm-hmm.
His wings are like pressed up against him.
Yes. You're actively sweating, and Sippy, you and Arani would both notice that he is sweating, but he's sweating ick.
Okay, would Sippy know what the hell's happening or no?
This, you would know what this is. This isn't typically at the major temples anyway. And you would know of this something as a ritual known as the unchaining. Where you are confronted with the weight of your sins, and if you can make it up the stairs, you'll have something will happen.
Do I need to make any saves or checks to get through these arches?
Hold the thought while I'm shooting Pringles.
Like screaming Pringles. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Yep.
Pizza flavor.
Sippy,
Disgusting, but okay.
yeah, Sippy will just put a reassuring hand on Marta's back. He's like, "You can make it. You're fine."
You are, I'll say, about the fifth. Yeah, the fifth arch. You need to make a strength save.
Strength save. Oh, okay. 16.
That's fine. And again, at the seventh, I need you to make me a wisdom save as you are confronted with the vision of a burning building. You've seen this one before.
Is this a clan home or?
This is a home you've seen before in a vision.
My home?
Yes.
Just kind of stare at it and keep walking through like phantom door, continuing up the steps.
Again at the eighth door, or not door, arch.
Gate, yeah.
Make me an intelligence save.
Oh well, he really wants me to fail now.
As you are confronted with the with the visage of a giant ant and its foot.
Wouldn't that be a wisdom save?
Yeah, usually fear and such is wisdom.
No, this isn't. Will you give me a moment, woman?
No, you
I-
must speak immediately before we get the chance.
I'm not sure a +3 would help all that much, would it?
No. You were slowed for a second as it in your mind. Right before the ant impacts your head, it explodes into golden feathers. And you feel a gentle push on your back as Sippy is helping you onward.
Well, after about 15 seconds of being frozen there, just sweating and twitching, his foot comes up again and plants up to the next step.
At the ninth step. Yeah. Ninth gate.
On Dex or Charisma.
Con.
18.
As you are. The ick increases exponentially as little tendrils are starting to bind you. And you see a milky yellow eye.
I'm not afraid of you, leech. Just kind of take my hand, like backhand through the vision. Not like a pimp slap, but just like through fog.
Shifting through the fog.
Trying to disperse it.
I will say you're getting extremely exhausted. For that, by the way, I didn't mention, for that intelligence save, take a level of exhaustion.
Oh, cool.
As
Now,
you are.
This bitch is gonna avoid giving me the charisma save up next. She's gonna say dex save as a priest throws a bomb at you.
My plan foil.
Or he will, and my plus 15, I'll roll a natural 1.
At the ninth step, or
This is the next one. I
Sorry,
So the last
You're-
arch.
you're good, man. Sorry, I was reading anything from Dom. Oh God, a
Holy
Hybrian!
hand grenade at the top of the temple.
Yeet!
Just a feint.
Mhm.
Hallelujah. And then I get a new character sheet.
So, at the 10th gate, sorry, yeah, I was meaning to say. Make me a charisma save
Yeah.
at disadvantage.
No.
As all of your blackened veins erupt into orange fire.
18, baby.
That just succeeds. So, as you are dog tired. You as soon as your foot hits that last step, you are hit with a crushing weight, and your veins are on fire. You can smell the sulfur, and you can hear the screams of your victims. Until
Like behind me or in front of me, these screams, or all around.
your vision is hazy. You're seeing smoke around you and vague figures that have no features or are yelling incomprehensible language at you. By the way, this is all. Sippy and Arania are having a fine. They're just gonna go for a walk, and Martyr. You don't see any. They don't see any of that. They just see you getting progressively worse.
Yeah.
Right now, you're probably pink pale. Like, bleh.
Tighten up my fist and like punch the ground to try and push up to lift myself back. Because I imagine I collapsed
Yeah,
from the
as
weight there for a second.
yeah, as soon as you are, you fall through the arch, and as soon as you're through the arch, it's gone. And standing there is an armored individual who catches you.
Oh,
He was just there. Yeah, neither the other two saw him.
Is this the point where I say I come in peace?
There, young one. Your intentions are pure. You made it through there. They pat you on the back. Just
I'm kind of
there.
limp in their arms. Just
Yeah. Give yourself some time. Not many make it through on their first try.
I know I didn't.
Hello, brother. They'll climb their head at you.
Yeah,
And Irania.
he will return the gesture and just like, thank you for catching him. I do not know if I would have been able to hold him.
That is a fair point. He is a very large Hybrian.
I try muster the strength to get back to my feet.
Don't get many of your kind around here.
At least not walking up.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to say that Matron went with Fractal.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The idea of Matron going up these steps, she gets on one and goes, nah, fuck that.
Y'all left Matron like 7 gates behind. She's just lying there bleeding out on the steps.
Just on fire. Just Martyr didn't
Already
notice 'cause
lava,
they're in the
but
middle of
still
a
just
vision.
on fire.
She melted like the
She's currently melting and trickling down the steps.
Oh.
Just... Is there an altar or something in here?
Of course, it's a temple.
Can you point to it?
Yes, you might want to sit down for a second. You seem to have taken the brunt of somewhere in there.
Fine, just point me in the direction.
If you're sure. By the way, this is... I will now post in the ForgeFire. If it would like to load. Here we go.
All important NPCs, I'm assuming?
Hee-hee-ho.
Yeah. Man, you fucking love the name Misha and Mishka. I'm just scrolling up and just.
I do enjoy the connotation.
Ruski.
He's a real big Supernatural fan, guys.
I was.
Post the art.
Did it load?
Cochran.
Yes, there is an armored Eric Cochran in front of you holding a glaive. Well, strapped to their back.
I like the wings.
Yours have some flair as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course they're flaring. My whole body was on fire.
Right. You seem a bit disoriented. Let's take a more sedentary pace toward the altar.
No, I'm headed there now.
You're dripping ick all over our floor.
He's gonna start continue walking. I'll wipe it up when I leave. Now, is there any additional effects as I cross into the temple proper?
No, you made it through the enchaining.
Sippy will get the sanctified ick mop and start cleaning it for him.
Like, I'm just imagining, like, fucking,
Oh,
that one ice one where they're like, brush. I just imagine Sippy doing that behind me.
Like curling.
Curling, yeah.
Like curling.
It's always this with the.
Oh.
What the fuck?
The hell? Oh shit!
I'm under siege.
The temple! No!
Hybrid!
Like Thor Ragnarok, Hybris' spear comes through the temple, just crashing down to the earth. I knew you'd come here, boy.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Behind him, Oblivion's in the sky, and then...
Yeah. As you are, Jaretha puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel lighter. Not quite out of it, but you're not about to fall over again.
Does this spell require a willing target?
It is a. You don't know. It just happens.
Okay. So I was going to say, if she does this, I'm fine. I don't need any of your help. I just... And he can't get through the rest of his sentence.
If you weren't here for help, what were you here for? I don't think you came out here to start raiding, did you?
He keeps walking until he goes... I'm imagining... Connor's imagining like a big, like,
Let me describe the main foyer to you up to the altar. Several large pillars with the same gold, like green jade stone with winged filigree and broken chain wrapping around them, holding up the ceiling. There are instead of what you typically see as church windows, they are open windows with shutters in case of rain, but they're open right now, and they have wind chimes just so the wind rolling through creates a sort of cosmic atmosphere, as the floor is like almost, it takes you for a second, void black, but with little pinpricks of silvery stardust through them, and the ceiling has a an enchantment, I'll say, of clouds.
altar itself?
The altar itself is of a large stone woman holding both a bowl and what appears to be a spear. The
Like one
spear,
in each hand?
yes, the spear is raised to the sky, dipping just into the faux clouds, and the bowl is partially into the floor as if to pull it from this very liquid-looking floor. It's partially immersed as far as if she's pulling something from the current.
Do people pray in front of the bowl, or is it just like at her feet?
It is at her feet, leading up into the statue. By the way, the statue is of a huge category.
I imagine me bigger than that.
It is of a huge category.
There.
This thing's pushing 20 feet tall.
So she's got one arm up and one arm down, and one's
Yes.
touching the floor and one's touching the sky.
Yes.
Okay.
And broken chains are layered at her feet. In fact, that seems to be one of the offerings, broken chain links sitting in a brazier. Well, not a brazier, no. Fire is interesting for them, but yeah, a little every once in a while you see someone come up and put up broken chains into the bowl, and for a second you don't see what happens, but then the chains are gone.
Martyr will approach the feet and drop to his knees.
In Miyazaki fashion, the feet are very nice.
Easy there. Seriously, Tarantino style.
Eating beans, I see.
Tequila down the leg moment. Anyway. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Martyr will take out the pocket watch that's been... It's got a pocket watch chain, but it's been wrapped around and tied to work like a necklace. He will take it off and set it on the ground and watch it tick. This thing's probably pretty dented, and actually, I mean, he uses it as his holy symbol, and it kind of represents Hollis.
Alright.
Does it still tick, or is this thing busted from all the fucking combat I've been through?
It still ticks.
Okay. And he will say a prayer to Peneus. He will. Would have asked that Sippy and Arania give him some space.
Yeah, and Sippy will, I guess, bow and just like, I hope you do what you need to do, and he's going to continue mopping with the sanctified mop.
Hey, Peneus, it's me again. A guy who showed up with those big table, and then in the dream I asked for your help, and I got that cleric with me, the one I was talking up. CP, you know, I'm still a little new on how this stuff works, but I wanted to ask for your blessing. And he pauses.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
as you're sitting there kneeling, right?
Mhm.
Alright. You close your eyes for a second, breathe in deeply, and you open them. You're no longer in the temple. You're in a sunny field.
Like waist high grass, like fields of wheat.
Yep.
Very bright.
Fields will be very bright. There's a comforting wind, a warm spring wind.
Am I like on a path, or am I in the middle of the field?
You're in the middle of the field. There is a hill overlooking what appears to be the ocean, and standing up there is just a girl.
I will approach the hill. Hey, I may not know much, but I've been in a few of these little vision quests. Is it either Hollis trying to reach out to me in a really weird way, or think Maitreya got fast tracked?
Your guardian did not cause this.
Nope. Shit.
Nor am I your
Majesty.
previous jailer. No. Bit too pleasant for that. Don't recall here on that walking bonfire caring for wheat.
No. By the way, do I still look like a Hybrian in this vision?
No. You look down and you see greenish hands, smaller than your usual hands.
What the fuck? I think something went wrong.
Oh, no. Sometimes your subconscious reaches through and will manifest how you look. If you will it, you can look like your old self. There's no issue.
I look back down and it's red again. Oh, okay. So about that blessing. I tried a peaceful path for a time, but it didn't feel like it was. It didn't feel like I was being true to myself. I know Sippy was freed by letting go of his aggression, but to me it just felt like I was giving up a part of myself to. It was like chopping off a hand.
And do you feel you had to do something similar in order to come to the altar?
At first I did. I thought I had to give up any aggression or violence, or I thought that was no offense. My experience with gods is that they have strict rules on how they operate, and you can't really customize your tenets. I learned things are a bit more flexible outside of the Hybrians.
Our portfolios do make or break us. It's just mine takes on a very different aspect than most of the others.
I still believe in the freedom you've given Sippy, and I want to fight for it. Specifically, I want to fight for it.
And you may do so. I'm the god of freedom, not pacifism. My young Sippy is fully within his right to be a pacifist, but I do not force that upon them.
I've got a lot on my shoulders at the moment. And what I want is to fight against Hybris and his oppression of my people. I want to be a force to free all Hybrians from his control, his shackles. But I can't do that through pacifism. I have to take control from him and then let them go.
Well, you've taken a fine first step with your friend, Matron. I believe she called herself.
I care very much about Matron.
Now, you come seeking a boon, but those can take many forms. Boons are wishes granted upon individuals of particular standing. What is it you wish of me? What have you come here for?
You've already helped me in visions before. I was told that I don't have much more room in my soul to let anything else in. Otherwise, I would happily take on whatever.
Yes, you've been a bit promiscuous in that regard.
But if I could have just your permission to bear your symbol.
That's the thing. I don't give permission.
But it's
You
your symbol.
Yes. But I exist in the hearts of all of my followers, as long as they truly believe in it. Do you truly believe in the concept of freedom? My freedom? Your freedom? The Highbrain's freedom?
More than anything.
Then you gave yourself that right. Anyone and everyone who wishes to break the chains that bind them, emotional, physical, spiritual, as long as they believe in that with their whole heart, they are free to my spring and my lands. As long as you do not impugn upon the freedom and happiness of everyone else, that is my only requirement. To ensure freedom, ensure happiness.
Well, what if freedom doesn't mean happiness? I mean, when I was free, I was miserable for a while. Even now, I was technically happier when I was controlled by Hybris, so I didn't know what I was doing was wrong.
Yes, that's what we call responsibility, child. That's less chains, more. Well, let's just say we all have our scars to bear, and you do see she does have along her she's wearing like a Greek-ish type clothing, which you do see her arms and legs do have little scars looking like chains running up and down. You see on her arm and her legs.
Where'd that come from?
Well, in the beginning war, some might call it differently, but I got cocky. And I decided to check out this new god who had erupted out of a volcano. And he attempted to bind my power. Yes. I do not hold it against children. I do not believe in the sins of the father leading to the sins of the children.
I have questions about that too.
We only have so much time. Pick one and I'll begin to begin.
If there's one thing I can ask you, when I freed Matron, I felt that it was dangerous, that it could have hurt her if I failed. Will you help me when I free the others?
As long as that's what they want.
What if they don't know that they could want it? They're denied the ability to know about freedom.
Then that is not your decision to make. As long as freedom is something you have to want, or else that's just another form of binding. That's you inflicting your will on people.
They're unbound. They're unbound. They don't know what freedom is.
So you would force that upon them.
I would give them the choice, yes. Without it, there is no choice.
Now, I do know where you're coming from, but and she'll conjure up an image of you slamming Matron against the wall.
Ooh.
This
is a bit rough.
little understand you are grieving, but this is inflicted freedom is almost just as harmful as servitude or in slavery.
Did you catch? Do you know? Just like you have.
Talking to the ether, what?
How, do all gods just see everything I do?
No, I was watching through the eyes of Sippy.
Oh, wait. You can do that?
To an extent, some of our followers are a little stronger than others. Sippy's
So can Hybris see through my eyes?
not anymore. Well, maybe recently. But
Eyebrows raise off his face to the stratosphere.
you would notice.
Okay. But I don't. You said we don't have time. I just.
The world begins to shift as the clouds kind of like start closing in like mist. Go with my blessing, child. My blessing, consent, and
Wait. I'm not. I have more questions. It's not enough.
you have the answers you need. If you have time, just pray.
But I. No.
And then the cliff face will fade into the mist, and you're back in the temple.
Martyr will sit up as he kind of fell a little bit prostrate to it during the vision. And just start murmuring, but I was not enough time. Is there like a basket of holy symbols or something around? Or do I need to ask him buy one?
You still holding your hollow symbol?
Yeah.
Emblazoned on the back of the watch is the symbol of Caneus.
Go clutch it. Alright.
Feels warm. But by now, Sippy, you've gotten up all the ick. What?
The one that's pulled around me.
No. At that time, you're actually surrounded. You still smell the clean breeze from the hilltop, and you're clean.
Neat.
While this is
I'll
happening,
rise.
yeah.
Nope, go ahead.
While this
Go
is
ahead.
happening, Zorkich, Uhal,
Yes.
what you doing, buddies?
Well,
Finding information, I guess, suppose.
first thing is to get in contact with any sort of underbelly of the city.
Okay. Where would you like to check for that?
Two general places that they would take refuge.
Mhm.
This is a port city, right?
Sure is.
So that actually. Let's check the docks first. Areas around the docks.
Okay. Are you going with him, Uhal? Or are you going somewhere else?
No, I'm going with him.
Okay. You jumped in the alley.
Go ahead. A wizard and a rogue get jumped in an alley. I wonder who's gonna win.
You jump by 5 armored rat ogres.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Well, technically, we have the maneuvering advantage because they can only fit 2 of them in to fight us at a time.
I airdrop them in. You die. You die. You're shameful.
Not
Yeah.
even a dex save to dodge.
One of them's a storm fiend. They just burn the alley. Ugh. All right, so you go down to the docks.
I actually have advantage on throws against magical thing. That sounds like it'd be magical.
You have against spells. What a spell. That's gonna be the first breach I take from you.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure they, in the Monsters of the Multiverse, they remade that to only be spells instead of spells and magic
Yeah, that's
effects.
what-
We kind of mixed and matched on certain ones in terms of
If
but
you wanted to go with the Monster of the multiverse ones, but then I told him, I was like, well, if you do that one, then I'm gonna have it on both, and I feel like that was a little broken.
So,
Seems like true sight for a demon. Stealth bear.
I take your wing.
One winged demon. Okay.
No, vámonos. So, you're on the docks. You see several dock workers around. Make me a perception check. See if you can see anyone skeevy with a twirling mustache. Nope. No.
There's the two of the evening.
No. No trolling. No
You all
Waluigi's.
give me
or
advantage on that? You all help me out? Or he has perception?
Neither one.
It's another shifter. It's just a seagull. Skeevy.
Mine.
Mine. Hot.
Mike.
Can I
So
ask?
22.
22.
Uhal assisting.
You notice a small, imperceptible clang as you hear it kind of off to the side of the docks where there's like a little bit of a rocky undercoating.
So, like, under the docks?
Kinda, yeah.
Mirror. Just gonna nail down at the edge of it and use the mirror to see if there's something down there.
You see that rocky outcropping, and make me an investigation check. You'll have to go down there and actually look around, but you do see a little outcropping where you can stand under the docks.
He'll nimble his way down there, investigate.
This ain't rifting. You just you can see them. Thieves go from right there. You see, kind of covered up. You can only see it from a very particular angle, but you see the outline of a grate that doesn't seem to be leaking anything.
Well, I imagine we found first entry point. You have invisibility, don't you?
Yes. Greater invisibility.
Not lesser.
No, I don't have the lesser one prepared.
To my knowledge, that's better, and moving about unseen lasts longer. Oh well. Just keep it on hand if you have to disappear.
Okay.
Going to... Let me make sure that I have a new crowbar. Yes, I do.
I still have
He's
your old
going to...
one.
Yeah. Well, he bought a new one because he didn't feel like asking for it back. So he's going to use his crowbar to open up the grate. And drop in.
You see it actually opens up like a door. It seems to be a false illusion. Or an illusion, as it does seem to open up like a stone-ish door. And you lean in, and you do see a tunnel leading down to another door. And there's a singular guard there, sitting on a barrel.
Yeah. you gotta think. Ricky threw a platinum into the well in order to keep himself from hearing Martyr talk. He spent 10 gold to not hear Martyr for a day. Anyway.
So a lemur in a suit comes running out and grabs you by the neck. No.
I haven't done anything hostile towards him yet. Yet.
So there's a singular guard, you think, sitting on a barrel next to the door down there. Kind of sitting there kicking your feet. You recognize her.
Oh, oh no.
What? What is it? Or what is it, Zurkich?
Let's just get this over with.
And he's just gonna walk up. Let me guess. It's that midget.
It is a female Smurf emblem with glasses. Hey,
Miss Smith?
Hey,
hi.
you can figure why I'm here.
Not really. Who are you? She looks to you, tilts her head.
He's gonna rub his forehead a little.
You have siblings at all?
Not that I can tell.
Looks towards Uhal.
Hmm.
Looks back at her.
Have clones?
Oh.
Great.
She
I'm
smiles at you.
here for
She smiles at you.
access.
He points at the door.
She looks at you for a second, and then her her face just expands and just starts laughing. Yeah, I know you. Snickage, right?
A letter off. Two, actually.
Zretch.
I don't know how that was two to you, but
Throw out the unclean.
shut up.
Ah. Scratch. That's what you should strangler. So what can I do you for? Again.
Like I said, I need to find out information about this place.
Uh-huh.
Transactions.
Uh-huh. Similar to last time, not as much infrastructure. I would say a bit more skeevy this area here. A lot more unique goods going in and out of here.
I'm aware.
You would be, wouldn't you? Especially after
My
you're,
job.
especially after you're running with a one eye.
Yeah. Job needs to be done. Whether it pisses off another rat, nothing new.
Yeah, the adjudicator of this branch is a little less covert, if you know what I mean.
Well, there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah, let's hope not. Skullax is a different breed than One Eye. One Eye likes to stick in the shadows as your preferred method. Skullax, being a whole ass dragon, has a different connotation on the rules. Fuck around and find out. She reaches into the barrel, pulls out an apple, just takes a bite out of it. Just some friendly advice. You seem the type to not take too well with authority.
As long as it doesn't cause issues.
Don't cause issues for the fucking dragon. Do you find it difficult to stealth with those with balls that big, or
Granted, I'm still alive, not really.
do they clang as you walk? I already gave your
I
friend.
refuse the option to get them gilded.
Well then, give you another 5 feet of movement. And your friend there seems like he's got a skin issue.
He's got a
well,
race issue.
Yeah,
Don't-
that'd be a good way to describe it.
Don't we all?
And I'm sure you can see that.
And he's got
from your
a.
height.
So anyway, just behave yourself. You're kind of funny, so I hate to see you get added to Skalax's collection. Really fucked up. Brass Dragon? Brass Dragon, that one is. As Brass Dragons go, you know.
Like I said, here for information, not causing problems.
Alright.
If problems arise, well, I won't be here for very long.
Fair enough. Or a long time. Either way. Just watch out. They'll gesture to the door.
He's gonna walk up to the door and put his hand on the handle, and then stop. Look back at the Sniff Neblin.
With this, other adjudicator, is the weapons thing still in effect? Still have to give up my stuff?
Not quite as strict. Just don't wave him around.
It's easier.
I mean, the only thing you'd have to turn in is any dragon slaying equipment. Those are strictly under Skalax's control. You don't got any dragon slayers, do you? Hitting up that ass?
No.
Didn't think so.
And he'll just walk in.
Hang on over here.
What?
There's Rochus with you, right?
Did he stick with us? You said that he was gonna follow me, but then Dom said he was back
I
for a
can.
little bit, and then he dipped again.
I think it would be safer, given what I know about his character sheet, if I have him go with Fractal.
Oh, what, the fact that he hates like non-chromatic dragons and has vowed an oath to try and kill them all?
More or less the fact he also has a dragon sling effect on his soulbound weapon.
Yeah. Also, he's like the last person I want to bring into a subterfuge place.
He's not a stealthy guy either. He's wearing full.
It's not even just the stealth. It's more of how he acts.
What?
He would not be a good person to come in
Sriracha?
to find out
Unpersuasive?
information.
Damn. He's the most persuasive rat I know.
Not persuasion. More of just speaking.
Alright, hang on. Chewing. Nope. The last thing you see before we end the session is you open the door, and it leads into what can only be described as a massive bar. And there's currently a shark man picking up what appears to be a Goliath. Either the Goliath or a particularly large Earth Genasi, and just banes him.
Say Bane?
He banes him.
Like break the bat, Bane?
Break the bat, yeah. They seem to be in a central little fighting pit. And he just breaks the bat and just drops him on the ground and just roars. Roar! And
Zricky's gonna turn to Uha.
So, my theory was correct. The place really depends on what the adjudicator is.
Welcome to Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
Welcome to
Oh,
Sticky
God.
Spittoon. How sticky are you? Call back.
Well, where do you suppose we're gonna start?
And that is where we're going to end the session. As this is a very rough and tumble bar.
Can't wait to see Zerk murder somebody. In
I might have to.
It might earn you the respect of some people.
Yeah, he has to prove his worth.
And stop
Yeah, people-
recording.